What's going on, everybody? My name is Dan. Welcome back to the Forged in Dirt YouTube channel. I'm going to take these off because I notice you can see both my screens. You can't even see my eyes. So I got to tell you what's in this video. I got to break this down because I had some plans for it, but plans didn't really go accordingly. So I got my GoPro. It will be last Thursday before last weekend's race at Arlington. I had plans of using this GoPro in the kart races and then putting it on Michael Steen's sprint car. Big, cool video, right? Well, I got to Arlington Raceway. The GoPro was at 100%, and by the time my second heat was done, the GoPro was dead. I have no idea why. I have turned all the connections off. It's not searching for Wi-Fi. It shouldn't be trying to connect to anything, but somehow it's just constantly dying. But those are problems with GoPros, I guess. So trying to figure out why it's dying so fast maybe would be a better way of wording this, because it shouldn't die from 100% to 0 within 2.5 hours, I think is probably what it was, from when I got to the track to when the actual heats, my second heat was done. But literally, I pulled off the track for that second heat and went to go shut the camera off, and right as I was going to shut it off, it shut itself off. It died completely. So didn't get anything past my second heat. I didn't get the hot lap because the motor mount that I had on the rear of the motor somehow came loose, and so the motor was rattling as I'm driving. We're just packing the track in, so I pulled off early for that. There's really no footage of that. The first heat, my kart was super tight. I started on the pole after being super loose the last few weeks. It was super tight this time around. Started on the pole of that heat. Pushed super hard coming out of 4, because 3 and 4 is just a different corner than 1 and 2. 1 and 2 I could take really well, actually, in some occasions, depending on how I hit it, and it would corner pretty well. The second heat, I made some adjustments in between. I tried to make the kart a little bit looser, and it felt a little bit better, but my way of correcting this was just having to mash the brake like a sprint car and set the thing to get the kart to turn. And it worked. I mean, for what I was doing and where I was running, it worked just fine. I was able to work my way up to 3rd and drop back to 4th, and things went okay. Then I moved on to the B main. I got second in the B main. Kart was, again, I just couldn't get the thing to loosen up. I don't know what the reasoning was, but I was looser, again, just not as loose as I'd like it, and I still had to, hit the brake really hard to get the kart to turn through the corner, but I ended up finishing second. Get to the A main, and that thing was just, I don't know if I made the wrong adjustments or what it was, but it just wouldn't turn. It just didn't turn, and I didn't really have any time between the B feature and the A main because we had a bunch of delays with the lineups and everything, which is nobody's fault. But that's just how racing goes. So at least I was happy to make the A main with my kart. My kart is big challenge for me at the moment, trying to figure out that thing with the setup, because of the fact that I bought it in the state that it was in. I've made a lot of changes, and we've gone better, we've gone worse, and now we're back to kind of getting centered with the kart as it is. But hopefully that'll progress here over the next few weeks. I just gotta spend the money and replace a bunch of stuff on the kart just to make it fast. I guess that's just something I'm gonna have to do. It's either do that or don't, and just not really be that competitive and just kind of make laps and just kind of learn the small things. But I think I'm just gonna bite the bullet and spend the money and and try to move on. So but what you're gonna see in this video here is gonna be then the first heat, the second heat, and then some footage from the big car races at Arlington. And then I had plans of combining that with the footage from this weekend at the Sibley County Fair at Arlington Raceway. And that got rained out. After Minnesota having a drought for the entirety of the summer, Mother Nature decided to dump rain on the southern part of the state, especially on the evening leading into the Saturday of the fair at Arlington Raceway. Unbelievable. So my plans kind of fell through there. So this is what the video is going to be. I want to get something uploaded because people are wondering if there's going to be a video uploaded. So that's going to be this. But this upcoming weekend, hopefully we can, get the GoPro to cooperate with us a little bit more, and we'll have a better video. But like I said, you'll see cuts of me throughout this, just kind of explaining what you're seeing. And then other than that, we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Comment, like, subscribe, the whole shebang, and we will talk soon. God bless. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. My name's Dan. Welcome back to the Forged in Dirt YouTube channel.
I got the GoPro. I told you it was coming. Here it is. These are the first shots you're seeing on the new GoPro. Tomorrow is also the first race day that I'm going to have where it's going to be on my lonesome. Johnny Boy Pops is not going to be able to join me as he's still recovering from his hip surgery, although he's doing well. But we're all loaded up and ready to go. So first of all, we'll see how the GoPro works, and secondly, let's get going. It's Saturday. I am on my way to Arlington Raceway. For the sake of consistency, 1 and 2, because of the fact that I can't figure out why my GoPro dies so fast, I'm gonna stick to using my phone here for certain parts of the video. I'm gonna use my GoPro on my helmet, and you're also gonna see it in another fun place here this evening here at Arlington Raceway. But it's very smoky out here. The Canadian fires are apparently lighting up Minnesota with a bunch of smoke, and so it's now reached the southern part of the state, and it's kind of crazy to see. I tried to pick it up on camera. It just doesn't look as bad as it does in person. I can't really see as far down the road as I normally would be able to. It's like there's a light fog that's kind of hanging over the entirety of the country here, but at least the country, I'm saying like the rural area, not the entire country. Yeah, so another beautiful day here. I'm gonna go to Arlington to get some laps in with my kart this time. It won't be in Michael Steen's. His boy Mikey is gonna be out there racing tonight. So that'll be fun, but yeah, it'll be another great night here, and we'll be having some fun. So I'll be talking to you soon. Now you can kind of start to see it here. The sun has kind of broken out, so it's lit this up a little bit more. You can see the smoke just kind of hanging over the tree line and everything. Maybe once I get up over this hill, you'll be able to see it here even better. Crazy. Beautiful city of Arlington. God, I just miss this place like an SOB. Alright, so we're gonna get some hot laps in here. I'm gonna test out the GoPro and we'll see how the footage looks. Little did I know, there would be no footage, and there would be no hot laps.
Nice and smooth.
Yes, sir. That's what heat 1 looked like. Some of those corners looked pretty good, especially 1 and 2, but 3 and 4 was just awful. So moving on to the second heat here, you'll see how I have to drive this thing a little bit differently. It's pretty weird. is now what you'll see is going to be some of the big show, the big car show. That's Marshall Robinson. That's a buddy of mine, which I would have graduated with had I have stayed at Sibley East. Clint Adelstead, somebody you've seen on the channel before. But now a lot of these clips you're going to see are just going to be kind of randomized. So I hope you enjoy the rest of the video. Like I said, I'll have something a little bit more concrete and construct coming together here over the next coming weeks. Hopefully we can get a good weekend of racing where the GoPro actually works. Another thing I'll say is that being out there and doing this stuff by yourself doesn't really allow for much filming. Like the Hunt the Front boys don't just have Joseph out there doing their stuff. So like, not to be making excuses or anything, but that's for a lot of the reason why there's not a lot of video. I usually have time to take a video in between races, but when I'm having to do a lot of the stuff that happens, especially during a rushed show before the big car races, this is kind of what comes together. But I hope you guys enjoy it. There's a big wreck at the end in the sprint car race, so you'll see that. That'll be the very last clip. But again, hope you guys enjoy. Comment, like, subscribe. We'll talk soon. With 22 sprint cars signed in for the IMCA 305 Race Saver Series, we're in for a good one here as we're going green down the front stretch here at Arlington Raceway. 22 cars, the biggest field that Arlington Raceway's ever seen, is going to make its way into one, and coming out of two, it's going to be a scary one. We got a little bit of a wiggle, a little bit of a wobble there in the middle of the pack. Things are getting a little sketchy here as we're going into three, and as we're coming into the middle of four. Oh no! Going to the Dirt Vision replay here. As I said, a little bit of a wiggle, a little bit of a wobble there on the inside, and that red Budweiser car is just going to take a hard right, trying to avoid it, and up and over. Something we don't like to see here.